What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. So yesterday we left off thinking that a breakout was actually going to come, and we had buy-in options on, or we had buy-ins on XRP and Bitcoin with the thought that we were actually going to swing to the upside. Now we did, and I did say that we were going to put extremely low leverage trades, 5x the minimum, on XRP as well as Bitcoin with the slight chance that we get rejected and start to correct lower. We discussed the reasons why we could potentially see a dip was because the S&P 500 was hitting a major resistance, but we looked good. The morning actually opened, we were trending above major resistance, and then we closed the day below this resistance and have now started to, slide back downwards here. And this is why I always say, but of course I jumped the gun and didn't listen to myself, to wait till we close these resistances, above these resistances, close the daily candles before we buy in, so we know whether or not we're doing the right thing. But of course, I jumped the gun, and now we got stopped out on these cryptos. As you guys can see, stopped out on Bitcoin. We got stopped out clearly on XRP, starting to trend lower. Now, I'm not saying that this is the end of the world here, and I truly believe, I don't think we're going to dump to the downside here. We need to let the rest of these markets play out. But I did make a video yesterday. As you guys can see, the breakout is starting, and honestly, I still might be right with the fact that we could still be heading up higher. These are the retests that we needed here, but I would like to let this obviously play out a little bit more before we make any sort of critical movements, and we're definitely not buying in on these cryptocurrencies until we get some sort of confirmation and closure of these resistances. Because right now, we could say, oh, we just broke through support here. Let's buy in right now because, there's a good chance we'll continue to drop lower. Now, let's wait for the daily to close. If we close the daily exactly where we are, there's actually a chance we could start to swing to the upside here because we're hitting support once again. However, we close below this, then we'll buy in for a short tonight for a potential short to the downside here. We jumped the gun on XRP, we jumped the gun on Bitcoin because I was getting impatient and we let these markets play out a little too long, and I get burned, and that's pretty much what happens here. So let's let these play out. We're going to talk a little bit more in depth about all this stuff later on in today's video. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, I just wanted to let you know I do have a new finance channel that I started about 2 months ago here on YouTube. I'm trying to get 1,000 subs so I can get this channel monetized so that YouTube can start pushing my content out, because I'm starting to learn that I think before 1,000 subscribers and before you're monetized, honestly, YouTube really does not help or push an audience onto here, because I think I've done really well with these videos and I've put a lot of effort into it, and it's just not getting the results that I honestly expected here. And I think it's because I'm not monetized. And once I'm monetized and YouTube's built an audience about me, they'll push these videos out a lot farther. But I'm experimenting and I'm learning and I'm sharing it with you in case you guys wanted to start a channel. But I am dropping a new video on this channel this week, so definitely make sure to go give it a sub down in the description below. With that being said, diving into the technical analysis and discussing the mess up that we did, we're down 4.5% today, or almost 4.5%. Bitcoin's down 4.7%, BNB's down 4%. Everything's pretty much down 4 to 7%, I'd say, on average here. And we made a mistake. I totally agree. I'll admit when I'm wrong. We bought in a little too early. We thought the breakout was going to come, and it didn't here. And as you can see, though, we're not out of the woods just yet because we haven't confirmed a breakdown. We just are kind of delaying this momentum a little bit longer, if you kind of understand what I'm saying here. You can see on XRP, we're in a big, ascending fractal that's filling in the gap here, and we're seeing higher lows and lower highs, and we're getting, a lot less volume as we allow this market to play out and kind of trend sideways here or up. And as you guys can see, we haven't confirmed a breakdown just yet because we have this resistance here, this uptrend, this support that's had many retests, which call for an immediate break to the upside here. And as you guys can see, we had numerous ones. We had one here originally, then we had another one right here, and then right here. And we didn't actually have it on XRP when we bought in. We were actually much higher, and I thought, okay, well, let's just take the risk and buy in. And that's what I did, and here we are getting burned. But as you can see here, now we're officially retesting this support. So maybe I overlooked it. Maybe this is the bottom that we're looking for, and from here, we'll start to rally back to the upside here. That's where my thought is, and I think that's what's actually going to happen because it aligns with the other cryptocurrencies. And you can see Ethereum even though we're retesting this, there's a good chance actually that Ethereum is more so going to break down than the other cryptos. XRP is yet to catch up to its moving average, and we're not nearly overbought. Ethereum's retesting overbought right now. We're at the peak of this major uptrend here at resistance. We're battling the price ceiling as well as moving averages. There's a lot saying, hey, time to break down. So there's a good chance that's going to happen, especially because today closed us below this uptrend here. But moving forward, Bitcoin has also done the same. It has yet to break through its resistance. We haven't really confirmed this just yet, and there's a chance we could consolidate back up and fill in this gap here. I could be totally wrong. We could obviously continue to dump, but I'm waiting for confirmation tonight before we jump the gun again and buy in and take a loss. Let's wait for confirmation. Let's see how this plays out, and then we'll either buy in or we will sell short. And as you guys know, the S&P is why I'm starting to think, hey, maybe we'll actually break upwards. I don't know. But the way I'm looking at this, even though in the past year we have broken down and it's still very viable that we could also break down again, as you can see, we're coming back down to retest the support and the moving averages, and there's a chance we could come back up like this, which would be the small boost in XRP to the upside here, and then we'll fill in the gap, and then we'll see the, the correction that we've been waiting for, because I do believe we are going to correct. I just think we're going to see a little rally to the upside first on these cryptos. Ethereum's starting early, and now we're starting to correct downwards, but I believe Bitcoin has another run, and then we'll see the dump. Same thing with the S&P. I think we'll see another run, and then maybe we'll see the dump to the downside here. But it's all short term and in good faith, and I do strongly believe we are going to trend back to the upside. Eventually, it is going to happen. I believe we're just in a pickle, and as this is what we expected. The previous times we were retesting this, it's happening again. Obviously, we see major volume here, so that's what I'm honestly expecting to have happen again. We don't know the general direction of this, but we know it's going to happen once we can confirm either trending above resistance or below support. And that's why I jumped the gun yesterday. We were starting to see the trades move up here, and that really confirmed me that we were going to start to, break to the upside here. We trended above. We didn't close above, but we were green above this, and I thought, hey, maybe we'll just close today above here, and then we'll start to rally into overbought. It's not what happened. We got rejected as, as expected here. I was just a little too bullish, and now we're probably going to trend sideways here. You can see the length, and this will tell us when we're going to see some movement here. The length of this was 7 to 8 days, and you can see currently we're at about 7 days right now, so 7 to 8 days. So today, tomorrow, we should get the answer that we're looking for, unless we start to trend even longer, which would be new to us, new to me, and we'll see how this plays out. But ideally, we close above here, breakout, we close below here, break down, and if we do break down, it's probably going to be to here, and we are nearing overbought, so it's another reason to say, hey, maybe we're going to start to peak lower, and maybe Bitcoin's going to start to peak lower. So again, let's play it conservative so we don't miss out. But now I'm honestly starting to think, hey, maybe we're going to break bearish from here. We're not going to see our small little rally up first. We're just going to correct downwards first. But obviously, you can trade and make all these trades on Bityard. The link is in the description. Bityard is the #1 cryptocurrency website that we like to use here on the channel. Not only do they have XRP, which is awesome, they have leveraging, as you can see. They have market orders, which is awesome. You can buy long, you can sell short. They offer a demo account, which allows you to practice with $100,000 in Monopoly money, as well as if you sign up with a link down in the description and click mystery box, you can actually earn some free crypto, which is super cool as well. And for those that have me on Patreon and are wondering why I got stopped out and you guys didn't, that's because I set a more conservative scale on Patreon for beginner trades. We just like to cover ourselves on Patreon more than what I do on my personal time here. But it is the same trades that we do. We just have a stop loss a little bit lower in case of accidentals like this. I kept it quite tight, but there's a very good chance that I will be buying in once again after we see closure here, and we'll give you guys updates very soon. But with that all being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.